All right, what's going on, guys? Gdoggcasey here, getting ready for yet another match from the Born Gosu Underground 2v2 division tournament that we have going on here. This is going to be another quarterfinals match between Darth, Martian, and Cancerko. So we are going to be featuring a team that we've already casted before. They were fighting, and I guess you would call it like a preliminary round. They kind of drew the short end of the stick and had to fight in a round before the quarterfinals. Darth, Martian, well, I don't want to say easily, but they handily took care of their opponent in that round, winning 2-0. And now, in this round, they are taking on a new challenger known as Cancerko. Let's go ahead and kick things off. Introducing that team, in the top side of Flooded City, we have Yeezus and Shine KO representing Cancerko up here on the top side of Flooded City. And on the bottom side, two players we've seen before, Marte the Zerg and Darth Julius the Protoss, kicking things off once again. Trying to get another win here. These guys have already picked up one win, so they got to be feeling pretty good about themselves here. The Protoss Zerg teammates. Up here, the Protoss Terran teammates showing themselves for the first time. And we got Yeezus in this one. He's the one running the entire Born Gosu Underground tournament in the first place here, so he's definitely got something to fight for. He actually just recently won the Born Gosu Weekly Tournament, so he's coming off a pretty successful showing there, so we'll see what they can do. Double gas going down for our Terran player up here, looking like maybe some early aggression. He's going to want to get that factory up pretty soon, moving into starport and all sorts of different tech stuff that Terran can do early on. And on this side, nothing too crazy. I mean, we're still pretty early here. See, this base from Marte, that's the thing about these two-player maps, is that they make things really difficult. Like, this base is incredibly exposed. It's essentially going to be Darth Martian's goal to essentially keep this base alive, because it's just out here and so easy to attack. We'll see if Cancerko will do anything to take advantage of that. Looks like he's got double refinery going fully saturated. Marte might be able to see this if he goes ahead and moves in. There's a Marine being trained out of the barracks as well. This is always a little bit of a tell, I would say, because the Marine doesn't cost any gas to make. It means that he wants to get the factory out quickly, which can then cascade into other, potential meanings that you might have from that. If he wants to get the factory out quicker, maybe that means he wants to starboard out quicker. Maybe that means he wants tanks quicker, or cyclones, or all this other stuff you can get with a fast gas. So it's really hard to tell what a Terran is up to unless you're constantly keeping tabs on what they're doing. Over here, he's just going into a Twilight Council. This is going to be scouted by Marte as well. Marte, the King Scout of Darth Martian here, keeping an eye on everything with his overlords. That Twilight Council is a very nice pickup in terms of scouting. So we'll see what sort of things they do to take advantage. We got a Baneling Nest going down, an extra Twilight Council for Darth Julius as well. Pretty much mirror builds from our two Protoss players. Although Darth Julius wants to take a second base down here. These two guys haven't shown... Well, there's the command center, so never mind. Yeezus, though, looking like he's going to be sticking on one base for a little bit. It's pretty impossible for me to try to figure out what these guys are doing anyway. I'm not necessarily trying to predict too much. I just want to see what they're doing. Yeezus poking in with an Adept. Not going to finish that Shade. There's enough Lings out here. In fact, that's kind of a lot of Lings with the Baneling Nest finishing as well. That's going to be pretty interesting to see what Marte is going to do. We have the Dark Shrine coming out here, which is going to be scouted by Yeezus. He knows exactly what Darth Julius is doing. Does he have the Robo as well? Yeah, this is going to be another one of those like DT/Archon drops, but the probes are starting to go down here. Literally one Adept picking up 2 kills already, maybe a third one yet. Might even actually get a fourth, but nice little probe micro there taking care of that. That Adept is going to finally be done, but Yeezus is not only getting his own Dark Shrine, but he's also already got a Robo out with a Warp Prism ready to go. Marte gearing up for the Bane Bust. There's a pylon on the ramp here. This is actually going to be pretty scary, but the wall is already down as well. Just walking on in with the Banes. What kind of damage is going to get done with this? The Cyclone's not necessarily the best target for these Banelings, but the Zerglings can definitely do something here. There's going to be a huge Baneling connection. A lot of hurt SCVs here. More Bane's going to be going down on these SCVs. A lot of workers going down here for Shine KO. kind of left to his own devices here to deal with this. Finally, the DTs come in for Yeezus, and they're going to finally clean that up. And that's going to do it for that sort of aggression. But nice job by Marte. Definitely getting some good damage done. And, you know, making sure that his team can actually stay in it here. That was a lot of workers going down. I wish my hotkeys actually worked, but they don't. We got lots of pings here. Darth Julius just has a Warp Prism just chilling in the enemy base. Yeezus is pinging the crap out of it. But what is happening here? Is there must have been a DT somewhere. Is there a DT in here? Because Darth Julius definitely has his own Dark Shrine, but I can't see it anywhere. I don't know if I'm blind or what. I can't see it, though. All I see is the Warp Prism that's just sitting here. And, like, Shine KO, I don't know what's going on. He's got a Cyclone that could just target this, but he's not doing it. We got some harassment going down. Yeezus on the other side of the map has a Warp Prism doing some damage with DTs. Not exactly sure if he was getting a lot of damage done. There is vision here somehow. I can't see an observer, but I guess it is there. Or there's a cannon or something. I don't know. I can't actually see where the observer is. Oh, there it is. Derp. Okay. Having a little trouble here. We got stuff going on all over the place here. Auto turret going down, finally taking out that Warp Prism. Marte trying to poke around with the Lings here, but these DTs are still wreaking havoc here. Despite there being an observer, it doesn't really matter. There's actually 2 observers, but there's no army units here for Darth Julius. All of his buildings are unpowered right before Zealot charge finished. We even have Zealots in the mix as well, trying to get some extra damage done. Things not looking good for Darth Julius here. Is Marte going to be able to help out? He's busting in with the Lings, trying to split his Lings here, but 2 cannons in the mineral line, that's going to be enough. He might lose some probes, but he's not going to lose much more than that. And the defense is pretty solid here now from Shine KO with his Hellions out and the cannons in the mineral line. Not a lot going to go down. Again, these Dark Templars just hacking away here at the entire base of Darth Julius. He's going to try to just set up shop again here at his second base. But he's got no cannons over there. Nothing for defense, really. Looks like Marte is going to try to get over here. He's got the observers, so he should be able to clean this up. Nice positioning here, though the Lings can't actually get a full surround. They're going to be taking very heavy damage. They're not actually going to be able to do anything about that. I thought that that would be a better engagement for Marte, but in fact he lost every Ling and almost didn't even kill anything. Now we got Archon's Morph in it, and that's going to do it for Marte. He's going to tap out. Hopefully I didn't miss anything too crazy going on in this game. That's already done. And that was a pretty quick one. Yeezus and Shine KO showing themselves to be contenders here, defeating Darth Martian in the first game, and looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. So let's go ahead and load into the second game here and see what can happen. This time we're going to be playing on Traitor's Exile. So let's go ahead and load into it. I don't really know what to say about that. I guess it was basically just both Protoss players going for very similar builds, but Yeezus executing it much better, getting a lot more damage with his Dark Templar on the other side of the map. It essentially ended the game. But let's go ahead and introduce the winners here. Representing Cancerko, we have Shine KO and Yeezus. And to the top right, or top left actually, fighting for their tournament lives at this point. Representing Darth Martian, it is Darth Julius and Marte. If they lose this one, they are out of the tournament. But you know what? They already got a win on the board, and that's more than you can say for a bunch of the teams in this tournament already. So let's see. Can they bounce back? So far, at least of the games that I have casted, they have all been 2-0 wins. Hopefully we can buck that trend here. We'll have to see. This map is a little bit better for those fast expansions, I think. Or actually, I don't know. I don't really know what I'm talking about. There's one base here that is easier to take, at least. And they can defend their own bases relatively simply with a small ramp here. Very easy to wall off. You can see both players taking advantage. Darth Julius doesn't think he needs a wall off. He's just leaving it open. And the poor Zerg player doesn't even have the choice. So, looking like he's going to go hatch into gas into pool, as generally is normal and standard. 2 barracks going down here for Shine KO. Is he going? Well, he's going for a second gas, so this doesn't really look like a 3 racks to me. Usually you... Oh, it is a 3 Rex. What am I talking about? But he's got 2 gas. So the 3 Rex builds that I'm familiar with only run off of 1 gas, but who knows? Shine KO might have something else up his sleeve. Marte, once again, getting his Overlords in great position to see what's coming. It's a little early now, you know, to even consider what could happen or what he could scout, but later on, if he can be useful with those Overlords, he can be useful for his team in scouting things that are coming. This build's pretty interesting here. He's getting a lot of gas, but he's making... Oh, I see. Okay, he's making 3 Racks Reaper. Well, that is definitely an option here, and this is going to be a lot of Reapers coming out from Shine KO. Looking to get some early damage done. Already 1 Reaper. Getting into the mineral line here for Darth Julius, annoying him a little bit. There's not even a unit on the map here for Darth Julius, so as long as he micros this Reaper, he's going to be totally fine. But Stalkers are pretty good at defending against at least 1 Reaper, but we're going to be having a lot more on the way here. Already a bunch of workers going down. He's got 3 kills on this Reaper, getting a 4th one. Trying not to lose the Reaper. When you're going for this sort of Reaper all-in, you really don't want to lose even any Reapers at all. But he does end up losing 1 here. And this is the thing, the Stalkers are pretty good against Reapers, and I think you have to have excellent Reaper control in order to actually win this fight without losing too much. Stargate finishing up, and all the probes are being pulled off. He actually kills the Stalker, and 3 Reapers here with no army units. There's going to be a Stalker popping out now, but oh my god, so many workers going down for Darth Julius here. A 2nd Reaper going down, though. What's happening elsewhere? I don't want to get too tunnel visioned in here. Spore Crawler's going down for Marte. I don't necessarily see a lot else going on. Marte's got some lings out, but they don't have speed yet. So right now, they're just going to get murdered by all these Reapers. But once they have speed, they're going to be able to contest that a little bit more. 18 more lings coming out here for Marte. Definitely trying to take care of all these Reapers. A couple grenades going down. A few more Reapers going to be going down as well. But there's too much Reapers here for this amount of lings to actually deal with it. More and more rallying across the map. We got some damage over here. Yeezus coming in with an Oracle, getting 1 kill. Making sure no drones even saturate the space. The Spore Crawler very good here for Marte. And Marte's got a lot of speedlings out here. Going to be able to actually take out these Reapers fairly easily now. And it looks like he's trying to go across the map and see what he can get done. This is going to be hard walled off, I think. So, yeah, he can't even get in there. The Reapers will tear him apart if he tries. Oh. Things are getting pretty dicey here. This is a nice amount of lings, but if the Oracle turns on its Death Ray, then these lings are going to melt pretty quickly. Marte realizing this, he needs to get out of there fast. Okay, we do have Warp Gate for Yeezus. Yeah, I was wondering when that was going to happen. It looks like he's turning them into Warp Gates now. Marte doing what he can to defend against the Reapers here. Again, he has pretty much what he needs, but these Reapers are really starting to snowball out of control here. You can see how quickly they can kill lings when they're all firing at once, and these lings aren't even paying attention. They're actually just getting gunned down. Marte trying to be sneaky with his lings, moving across, you know, a roundabout way to get on this side of the map, but he lost a lot of Reapers in doing so. A lot of move commands going on here as well. Looks like that Oracle was tagging that base a little bit. Once again, guys, trying my best not to miss anything. It looks like the Reaper harass from Shine KO is really the star of the game so far, but with the 3 Stalkers in the mineral line, there's going to be a lot of probes that are going to die, but then it's pretty much going to be the end of these Reapers overall, I think. We'll have to see. Yeah, like so far, I mean, the Reapers are doing damage, but at this point he's losing quite a bit. And probably going to want to transition into the next stage of the game. A Baneling comes up, breaks down the wall. Marte coming in. There's not a lot here. Literally nothing besides an Oracle for Yeezus, who's going to try his best. He's moving over some Phoenixes against the Lings. That's going to be a pretty tough call for those Phoenixes. The Zealots, though, are going to be able to help out a little bit more. These Lings starting to get lots of damage done in Shine KO's base. And Marte trying to punish Shine for the damage he did to his teammate here early on, and he seemed to have gotten some work done. I don't know if this is a fight that Marte really wants to take, especially on the other side of the map where he can't really reinforce as well. Look at all these SCVs. How'd they get on this side? I have no idea how the SCVs got over there, but they are over there somehow, and there's just a big mess happening here. But eventually, the Lings are all cleaned up. 3 Lings running back home. He got some decent damage done, but not as much as he needed to do. Shine is over here on 3 command centers now with a bunch of Reapers. He's just banking up Phoenixes, getting even more. He's just going for basically full Phoenix play. The Stalkers are going to be okay against that, but Darth Julius needs more Stalkers. He's getting a Templar Archives as well. We got the Lair down here for Marte, but has he gotten any Lair tech? He's getting Burrow, and he's getting Baneling Speed. Reaper's going to try to sneak around here. They might be able to kill off a Queen or something like that, but it seems like Marte knows what's up, or he thinks he knows what's up. He's almost there. He's keeping his Lings at home. That Queen's going to get picked up, though, and get totally destroyed. Anything else happening on the map here before I tunnel vision once again a little too hard? The Reapers are joining the Phoenix here, and we got a Phoenix Reaper composition. Anything that can do damage to the Reapers is going to get picked up by the Phoenix, and these Reapers are just going gung-ho on Marte right now. He's got a lot of Lings, going to need to split them up like he's doing right now, trying to trap them up against the wall. You know they're going to try to jump up there, but oh, the Lings, I don't know what happened. They didn't actually attack, or did they? Looked like they were on hold position, so maybe they did sneak in a couple attacks, but I didn't quite see it. Jesus picking apart probes, and unfortunately for Darth Julius and Marte, representing Darth Martian here, they're getting picked apart very heavily. There's some High Templar out here, but no Storm, so they're just trying to be made into Archons. Archons are going to be good against the Phoenix for sure. Marte making a lot of Banelings as well. And we finally have Marines out here for Shine KO, looking like he's transitioning into a normal style game. My cat is doing something weird in the corner of the room here. I don't know what's up. There's a lot of Lings getting caught by a Stasis Ward. They're not long for this world. Banelings coming up here, connecting on a lot of Marines. That's a very good connection, and even more coming up here with speed. Luckily, the depot goes up. These Banelings are going to have to all die if they want to break through that. So they're going to come over here, try to pick up a Zealot or so. Marte's Lings finally breaking through. This was not a wall off, so the Lings are getting in here into Yeezus' base, trying to kill some probes here, getting hold position in the mineral line. But Yeezus has so many Zealots here, and he's moving the probes away. These probes are not gonna take too much damage from the Lings. Once again, just trying not to tunnel vision too hard. Marte has no drones left. I don't know how that happened. Where did all his drones go? Something happened, and Marte lost all his drones. But meanwhile, Yeezus and Shine KO hitting up Darth Martian very hard and taking that game fairly easily. So unfortunately for those guys, like I said, they were able to get one win in the tournament, which is more than a lot of people can say. But in the quarterfinals, they're going to go down to Cancerko. So that said, Cancerko moving on to the semifinals, where they will face somebody, but I'm not going to say who they faced because I haven't got a chance to look at that game yet. So that might be a game that I'll be casting sometime soon, hopefully. But that's going to do it for this series, or for this episode. Once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the Born Gosu Underground 2v2 division, where these guys are battling it out to try to see who will be the initial tag team champions. And Yeezus and Shine KO looking very, very strong so far. So we're going to get to see how these teams match up against each other in further rounds when we have the real cream of the crop teams fighting against each other. I think the semifinals are going to be a blast, and the finals are going to be awesome as well. So really looking forward to continue casting. Like I said before, I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to cast every single match. Obviously, any other caster on Born Gosu, if they want to pick up some of these games, they're going to be more than welcome to do so. But I have thrown my hat in the ring as offering to cast as many games as possible. So if they keep coming to me, I'm going to keep casting them. So if you guys are all right with that, so am I. So again, thanks so much for watching, guys. That's going to do it for this series. Once again, congrats to Cancerko moving on to the semifinals. And that's going to do it. We'll see you guys next time.